Hello, this is a reading for James Escalante, if I'm saying that right. Native American who went missing and was found. Um, and this is a questions and about kind of what happened to him and trying to figure out some more answers. I believe he went by Blackhawk as well as a nickname. So the first cards that come up is the book and the woman. Now, the book is usually about secret, knowledge, and information. The woman could be a friend, a family member, or a partner. Together, they say the truth about a woman. So, what is it about truth about a woman? You see, the woman has the card number 29. Could she have lived in 29 Palms? Could she have lived in that area? Or is it just a coincidence? The clover and the anchor. The clover usually means luck. The anchor is about security and stability. But because the clover was reversed, I can't help but think holding on to someone's luck, or in reverse, one's luck running out. Worried about security or safety. So, when I did lay these cards down, I did see the word form catch. Catch. So CATCH, catch. Was someone catching on? Was somebody worried about getting caught? Will they catch someone? Will someone's luck run out and they get caught? But it's interesting that I see the word catch when I lay down the clover for luck. And so it could be one's luck is running out. The bear and the sun. The bear could be a leader, could be power, could be somebody who influenced someone. The sun could be warmth and could be truth. Searching for truth? Was someone searching for the truth? Was someone searching under the sun? Did someone influence an event? Was someone under the influence? Sun could play a big role in the desert. Being really hydrated and a lot of people are lost under the sun. But you have an influencer here. So somebody could have influenced someone, an event. Someone could have been under the influence. You have a dog and you have a stork, and both of these are in reverse. The dog represents friendship, loyalty, and support. The stork is change, movement, and transition. Together, these cards let me know that there was a change in friendship, or a friend went through a transition. So, did this person seem like a loyal friend, but in the end was not as loyal as he thought? Did he see this friend changing into somebody he didn't recognize anymore? Was this friend going through a transition? This makes me think of, all the loss that happened in the last couple of years. How loss can affect a person and change a person. Addiction can also change a person and make them into somebody that they don't recognize anymore. Coffin is dying, ending, and loss. Letter is about communication. It's about communicating and ending, or ending of communication. In remote viewing, I saw the word lost. I thought maybe he was telling me that he was lost, but I was corrected. And I saw the word signal. Lost signal. Is this about bad cell reception? There wasn't that communication. The communication ended because his phone wasn't working. Maybe he would have called out or used his phone, but something happened. It could also just mean, cutting ties with someone and not talking to them anymore. Not having that communication being ended. So you can interpret that in many different ways. Could also mean the end of communication may have resulted in one's death. The birds in the ring. The birds are worry, anxiety, gossip, chattery. Ring represents commitment. Together, it shows me that there was worries about a promise, nervous about a commitment. Did somebody break a promise? Did somebody break a promise and say something they shouldn't have said? Was there some kind of communication behind someone's back? Breaking a promise could be, having to do with a relationship as well. But it could also have been breaking a promise to a friend. Okay. Mice and mountain. Mice is about deficiency, depletion, and dwindling. Mountain is obstacles and challenge. Now, when I looked at the map at where James was found, you can kind of see there's an incline in the terrain. So, could this be indicative of, kind of where he was found? Together it means decay creates challenges. We do know he was out there for a long time in very hot weather. Was there obstacles from a sickness? Was body moved by animals? The mice like to take things and carry them away. They deplete what is there. So when we look at this car, it's telling us, that something could have been moved. That this might have been an obstacle into finding out what happened to James. But just being out there in the heat could have been part of why we don't know what really happened to him. The whip and the man. A whip is conflict, argument, discussion. The man could be a friend, a partner, or family member. Okay? So conflict about or with a man, an aggressive man, come off insulting or saying bad things. So did James have an argument with a man? Did he get in an argument? And did he have some conflict with an aggressive man? That I don't know. Fox and the Tower. Fox is about trickery, suspicion, caution. Tower could be authority. So it could be your police, could be somebody in authority in a social circle. Distrust in others creates barriers, unwilling to come forward with information. If someone is worried about retaliation, or they're worried about their life being in danger, they're not going to come forward. Person and the flowers. A person could be disabled, not saying they are or aren't. This card is a general card. This deck was actually made for a particular person. So keep that in mind. But this is talking about the social life. So a person in his social life may have the answers to what happened to him. So the family needs to look into persons in his social life for answers. Either the family needs to look at the other family that he talked to on a regular basis, or people he considered family, or even some of his friends that he would occasionally bring up. So those people need to be talked to. Okay? Now, before I end this Lenormand reading, I want to go over a vision I saw. Okay? The vision I had was a dream vision. So I want to go over that. When this case came to me, all I had was a picture. And what I can tell you is that I saw James standing in front of a house. It was a rundown house. You might think poor people live there. So poverty-like conditions. I saw a metal shack or building. It could be a house. James showed me the inside of it. Next to it is a fence. It's about 3 feet high. It's metal. He showed me female footprints in the sand. And I asked him, I said, was a female here? James did not answer. I said, but James, those are female footprints. And he says, yeah, but it wasn't the pretty one. So we know that Erica Lloyd had gone missing before him. And she's a fairly attractive woman. And so why would he say, yeah, but not the pretty one? I see a male on this property. He is white, fairly tall, kind of stocky, not fat or anything, but seems kind of muscly. Maybe just, looks like he's just maybe strong. He might be shaved head, or he may have not very much hair on his head. I think this man has dealt with or maybe had a past of addiction or drug use. He was wearing a white t-shirt and blue jeans. He was talking to a police officer. Police officer said, okay, well, thank you for your time. I appreciate you talking to me. So this tells me this man may have been questioned by police at some point. James looked into the metal shack and he did not want to go in there. So I walked into the metal shack and I saw women's shoes. These were kind of like a black boot. They were a smaller size, so I identified them as women's. They had laces. They had a wide heel, but a little bit taller. So again, I identified it as a woman's shoe. When I walked out of this metal shack and I looked at James to try to see if he would give me more information, he told me he was going to be late. That he had to go. And at that point is when the vision stopped. Okay, so at this point, this is a Lenormand reading with a little bit about, also the dream vision as well. So I'm going to be doing a couple other tests here, but this is my first reading for James. If anybody wants to reach out to me, they're more than willing to, because I'll still be working this case on my own, and I will do a reading for Erica Lloyd as well. Thank you. Peace and light.